If you never met Alex, you wouldn't understand how much of a character he was. Although funny, kind, lighthearted, but serious at times as well. When you needed a friend, he was the friend that was there. You could count on him for that.
Alex was probably the most caring person you would ever meet. He'd always pay forward with everything. You know, if he was in line at a restaurant and, you know, he decided, hey, I'm gonna buy this person behind me, you know, a meal today, he did that.
He wasn't embarrassed to show his love. Even when he was irritated with me because I'm his mom, if he would get mad and we'd finish and we'd hang up, he'd have to call back and say, I love you. Because he told me he loved me every single time he talked to me.
Hey, George, just called to tell you happy birthday. Just give me a call back whenever you get this. Love you. Bye.
Alex was so witty and smart and funny, and he understood numbers like no one, and he just always had an answer for everything. He always had a reply for something, a smart comment, a shitty grin. He was so funny and so quick, and I was so jealous of that. Like, I have to sit there and think about what I want to say clearly, but it would just come off for him, and it would be effortless.
Yeah, Naggy, good! And a baby, let's go!
Alex was the type of athlete that was good at everything he did. He was one of those guys I always would brag about him to all my other friends that really didn't know Alex. I would put Alex up against anybody at any little sport, whether it was bowling, ping pong, pool, anything like that. He was one of those guys that were just good at everything.
He, of course, was a hard worker and from a practice standpoint, but I truly don't believe he even really needed the practice, you know. He would just kind of roll out of bed and show up and just dominate everyone.
Alex was such a good golfer, and hacks like me, when I was struggling, I'd be like, Alex, what am I doing? Like, why am I pushing it right? Or why am I hooking it left? He's like, my grip? Is it my stance? He's like, I don't know, man, just swing hard. So I think that was beautiful. That sums him up of who he was as a person. Just swing hard.
The golf outing came together through Alex's mom. He was a member at Hannistown, so we just decided, let's just put together a memorial golf outing and we'll throw it out there and see what happens. Well, we opened it up and probably within 1 or 2 days it was full.
So my whole purpose of that golf outing, it was a one and done, was to raise just enough money to buy a memorial bench to put on hole number 14, which is his favorite hole at Hannistown. And when we were done, all his best buddies were like, oh, we're doing this every year.
Our goal is to get us to $1,000 today for each hammock.
Everyone just asks, like, what's the plan for next year? What's the date? And we just have to keep it going. And it's not only remembering him, it's a great thing. We get to donate to a lot of different causes. We help kids at Hemphill get scholarships for athletics, which would have meant so much to Alex.
Maggie Howard and Kieran Lippman. Come on up.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
This began 4 years ago because we needed to find a way to celebrate and keep his memory alive. Now, I don't think his memory would have ever faded because of his vast web of friends and family and the amount of stories that he had provided us throughout the years. But this golf tournament is something for us to really focus our energy on and all come together and celebrate him that day.
That's the best part of this outing, especially for his family and his friends, is we just love to reminisce and talk about the good times and what he would be doing. And we actually spread his ashes on hole number 14, so it's a special one for us.
I think the legacy that he leaves is to show people you need to be kind, because he showed us all how much he loved us. And I just think it's an important lesson, because so many times we hold grudges. But Alex didn't do that. He just was a good soul.
My last memory golfing with Alex, ironically, was the last day he was alive here on this earth. I rarely beat him, but when you know in the front nine, I beat him by a couple strokes. I said, kid, am I gonna get you today? And he said, no, I'm going even on the back. I said, okay. When you know we get to hole 16, I looked down at the scorecard and he was even. And I said, oh my gosh, he might actually do this. But he duffed his next chip shot, which was very, very atypical for Alex. So he's laying 2 there. He almost chunked the next shot too. I'm like, oh man, he left that one short. Did he really do that? Ball starts slowly rolling down the hill, and I'm like, oh, this is looking really good. Bang, right in the cup. Chipped in for par on 16. Par finish, he did it. The last 9 holes of golf Alex Nagy ever played on this earth. He was perfect.